comic creators, especially artists, have short-term emotional memory
Yes.
where we forget the feeling of
Yeah.
doing the thing. And
Yeah.
at the end of every issue of Sex Criminals, what did I want to do, chum?
Set yourself on fire, jump into a river.
Take a hammer to my hand.
Well, friends, we made it. 100 episodes. Get ready to laugh. Get ready to have a fun time because today my guests are Chip Zdarsky and Matt Fraction. If for some reason you don't know who Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky are, well, they teamed up to create one of the greatest books of all time in Sex Criminals. Matt Fraction has written characters like Hawkeye, Jimmy Olsen, Iron Man, and right now he is writing the main Batman title. And Chip Zdarsky, well, we love Chip. Chip's done so many independent books like Newburn and Public Domain and Stillwater. He's worked on characters like Howard the Duck, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and now he's writing Captain America and also becoming the architect of Armageddon for Marvel. We get to chat about so many things, but I hosted two very close friends, the chums, Matt and Chip, and I just kind of let them do what they wanted. Let us take the conversation where it went. And man, it went even as far as a dildo microphone. So sit back and relax and enjoy my 100th episode of Direct Edition with Matt Fraction and Chip Sandusky, Ohio. I mean, Chip Zdarsky. Friends, we made it 100 episodes, and I'm so happy to have two amazing guests with me. Well, one amazing guest in Chip Zdarsky, but I'm talking about Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Two of my favorite people in the comic world.
I like Matt's opening pose, which is like,
yeah. Matt's so delighted to be here.
really brings the energy.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't had his third or fourth coffee yet.
Hi, everybody.
Chum, can you still do coffee? I can't do coffee. It hurts my tum-tum.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I need more, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Would you even still exist in the Northwest if you weren't drinking coffee? Would there be a point?
No, I wouldn't exist anywhere without it. That's my secret.
Well,
I feel like my body's going to reject all stimulants until I finally try cocaine.
Well, let me tell you, as somebody that's been sober for 12 years from all that stuff, it's definitely never too late to start, but it's always too late to start.
Yeah.
Well. But guys, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, no, good starts of the week. I feel like I've been scattered with the Mad magazine stuff. Just kind of getting everything done to the printer and then a video done for it. And now I'm feeling like, oh, okay, I can actually focus on making money.
An amazing video for it, by the way.
I just sent Matt the rough cut of this video we're posting on Wednesday, which was directed by Kagan McLeod's brother, Sean.
Oh wow! Is it going to be on your
family? No, it's DC's paying me money to make it, so it's going on their YouTube and Mad Magazine's YouTube, I guess. But yeah,
you've gone so far as to become like a paid content creator on YouTube from your channel, which I love your channel, but it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. No, it's I kind of realized I'm getting too old for this. Like as I was running around the streets of Toronto at 2 a.m. dressed as the Flash, I'm like, I'm 50. I shouldn't be doing this anymore. For a bunch of reasons.
My favorite part is that you can even see your breath in the interiors.
Yeah, no, it was colder in the interiors than it was in the exterior.
Yeah, you literally can see your breath inside.
Yeah, it was like a sound stage, like an abandoned schoolhouse. It was turned into like all these weird little sets. It was amazing.
They let you into schools?
Abandoned schools.
Oh yeah, that's true. The law doesn't exist in those places.
Yeah, exactly.
So by the time when this airs, which is on 420,
it's my mom's birthday and also Hitler's birthday. And also Columbine and Ruby Ridge in Oklahoma City.
Oh, God. Can we just smoke pot and forget about all that stuff on 420?
Thanks, Matt.
Matt, why do you know all that? I mean, I know you know your mom's birthday.
My mom's birthday, and it's also Hitler's birthday. And because it's Hitler's birthday, all these other horrible things have happened on that day.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Well,
but nothing beats reading somebody saying, "Oh, it's Hitler's birthday," or "Oh, it's the blank anniversary of Columbine," and I'll go, "Mom," and go run and make a phone call.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, this episode airs on 420, so maybe we'll change that. I don't know. Who knows? This might get me canceled too. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But yes, Mad Magazine, Mad About DC, which comes out this week. And also Batman 8 came out this week, which was a fun issue because that was a fill-in by Ryan Sook, right?
Came in April. It'll be the first Wednesday of April. So it's at this. If today's April 20th, it came out.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
First Wednesday of April.
I read it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, we have Ryan Sook for 2 issues.
Amazing.
And this is the first one's called 3 Old Men, One Night in Gotham. And it's 3 really exciting conversations happening.
Yeah, pulse pounding.
And I apologize to Ryan in the intro. I'm like, look, I've enjoyed your work for so long, and I'm giving you a really it's a downbeat issue, and the next one is balls to the wall, and the next issue is actually like, it's just in terms of like to see the different modes Ryan works in. You've got like 3 intense conversations happening, and like it's not like it's not visual, but it's not. And the other one is all action from Jump, and that one's called Operation Peregrine, and that'll be out the first Wednesday of May.
Amazing. Sweet. Yeah, there was a beautiful 2-page splash in there that I really enjoyed seeing, and I thought it was nice to get a different beat. You know, 7 issues have kind of been go. Yeah.
I needed a minute to reset the board and orient people, and it's technically the start of our second arc, so it felt like a moment to
breathe,
bring things into our kind of 3 of our 4 kind of main runs of conflict, and then the next one, like I said, has a crazy jaw-dropping cliffhanger and is nonstop action.
Yeah,
it's been a while. Can I just say I'm a huge fan. It's so good. It's so good. It's like I often heard that like when you leave a title, you don't go back and read it. Like the next people to take over, you're just like, oh, it's weird, like seeing an X with somebody new. But like seeing what Matt and Jorge have done with that title, it's just like, oh man, I'm such a fan. Like it's super exciting.
You love watching us rail your X.
I love it. Well, like the Joker issue is so good. I mean, you described it to me a while ago, and I pictured it as being really dark, and then when it was like bright, very bright and kind of poppy, it was like, oh no, this is like on another level. This is genius. This is genius. Yeah. Good job.
From the different viewpoints of you two looking at what Jorge's done. I mean, like it's not a different style, but it feels completely different. The 2 runs in what Jorge has done.
He's like an F1 racer. None of us have figured out how to get him into top gear. But like he's nowhere near his peak. That much I'm certain of. As much as we've worked, like he's nowhere near the upper echelons of his talent. The upper reaches of his talent haven't been reached yet. I guess people don't really have echelons.
He's willing to tweak though, because like when I inherited him from James's run, like James is very much like his Gotham was like dark but kind of techno in a weird way.
Yeah.
And then when I got him, I'm like, okay, we're like let's push it a little bit darker. Especially for the first few issues, and like the first pages came in, like, oh wow, it's like you're the same artist but you're different, like it's wild. And then seeing kind of the No More Rain, kind of the brighter Gotham with Matt's run, it's just been like, oh wow, a whole another level, and that costume redesign really sells it too.
Yeah.
Part of it,
Jorge's incredible.
It feels maybe he's looking at manga a little bit, or maybe he took a trip to Japan at some point.
He's always looking at manga.
Yeah, and it feels very almost like a brightly colored Blade Runner without the rain. Like the neons are more neon, and I'm really enjoying it. And
Matt's also been able to.
I'm sorry, but our color is Tommy Moore.
Oh my god, so good.
Also leveling up as much as he everything Jorge puts down, he figures out a way to push it even further. They're such an incredible team.
Yeah. I was just gonna say with the manga stuff, like I think Matt has also tapped into Jorge's cartooning ability.
Oh yeah.
Like the stuff with Damien, especially. Like I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's great. He really nails the humor and the emotional beats of that stuff. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah,
just
good
something
comics.
inherently cartoony about Big Guy Little Guy.
Oh yeah.
You know, like it just it's such a cartoon in like the purest kind of sense. There's something visual. It's just innately Big Guy Little Guy is great energy for someone to work with, and when one of them is kinetic and the other is slow, like it's just like, all right, this is going to be some pure cartooning magic right now.
Yeah, you got me thinking. I was having a conversation yesterday with somebody about Foghorn Leghorn and the little chicken guy, and it's the same idea. Or we can go.
Yeah.
My wife and Scotty Young, we refer to as Talls and Smalls. And they'll walk, and like, you know, Kelly Sue takes 3 steps for every one of Scotty's.
Yeah.
And she'll like run around him in circles. And like, hey Scotty, hey Scotty, Scotty, hey Scotty, hey Scotty, hey Scotty. Yeah, love the Talls and Smalls show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also just Matt, I mean, I said it in the email, but I really appreciate some of the things that you've addressed in Batman, you know, and some of that stuff which is mirroring real world problems.
Yeah, no, look, these unlicensed dojos, we have a ninja problem in our cities and in our streets, and somebody needs to start talking about it.
Well, I mean, if you listen to some people, that's what Portland is like, apparently.
No more unlicensed dojos, no more unregulated ninja activity in our streets.
Oh boy.
I think there's I don't remember if I cut it out. I don't remember if it's come out or not, but like there's somewhere, I can't remember if I cut it out, but we've like another like TV kind of wraparound bit, and some mom was complaining like, now I got 3 kids jumping off the carport. Like these unlicensed, all these kids, they think they're ninjas, and they're all, it was just some mom complaining about her kids jumping off the carport. That I might have cut. That might have been too dumb. I might have cut that out.
Fool.
I just want to say congratulations, by the way, because, you know, Sex Criminals becoming soon to Amazon with an amazing team.
We're shooting this summer.
Yeah, Kumail and Emily and Z, and you know, I feel like the first announcement that Sex Criminals was going to be made into a TV show happened about 10 years ago.
That's right?
Like
roughly.
Yeah.
I did 3 different pilots, maybe 4.
Oh wow!
It's you know, over the course, it's been in development at Amazon for so long. It has been under the aegis of everyone who has been in charge of Amazon Television, which at this point is 5 regimes, 4.
Wow!
It has been through every new boss, and every cycle and every phase. So, but we're yeah, they really believe in it, and away we go.
It was so funny because like over the years, like I just kind of trained myself to not expect anything,
right?
Because at first I was super excited, and then like things don't happen, then things maybe happen, and things don't happen. Like 10 years of that, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, well it's not going to happen again. And then not only did it happen, it's happening so fast.
Yeah.
It's just like it's from 0 to 100.
That's Hollywood, man. That is my experience. It's been like nothing, everything.
Yeah.
In fact, when Monarch got the green light, our executive called and was like, "We got it." I'm like, "Yay!" And he's like, "What's the matter?" And I'm like, "This is the 4th green light." Like, I don't like. He's like, "No, this was the one." I'm like,
"Oh, the real one."
How can I tell? Because there's been 4 other green lights.
Yeah.
But no, after that, it was 1,000,000 miles an hour, and this was very similar. It happened. It started right before the holiday, and basically, come the new year, we've been 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like see, and Emily and Camille and the writers are set up in a room where all 4 walls are painted with dry erase paint.
Mm-hmm.
So they've like it's like John Doe in 7, only it's the entire, like I visited the room a little while back, and it's just like literally it's incredible. Like it's in such good hands. It's going to be terrific.
Yeah.
And I think the claymation is going to work. I think we're going to prove that claymation is a viable.
That'd be great if that was just in the quiet.
Yeah.
Like that's how they handled that. Well, we'll plaster scene, Play-Doh, or whatever. You can just keep that still.
I actually sort of don't hate that idea.
Yeah.
And then would the cum be Play-Doh? Would cum
Jesus
be
Christ,
Play-Doh?
Dave.
Oh my God! Come on,
God,
Dave.
Oh.
Dave, it's not that podcast. It's not that kind of podcast.
It sometimes is. Chip, have you both known Kumail for a while? Because I feel like I heard you talk about it, Chip.
No, I mean, I think the first time I actually interacted with Kumail was like on the first kind of kickoff meeting, which was it was a kickoff meeting for the last time it was going to happen, and then didn't happen.
Right.
But like I had a weird connection with him in the sense that like my first gig at Marvel was Howard the Duck, and when I was wrapping that up, and I was talking to the editor about who should take over after I left. I guess he was in talks with Kumail and Emily to come in. They had a really good take on Howard the Duck. I'm like, oh, that would be amazing, like super funny. And then they got nominated for an Academy Award for Big Sick. Like a couple months later, I was like, oh yeah, they're probably not gonna do a Howard the Duck comic right now. So yeah,
it would have been cool. I feel like he was a mainstay at the Meltdown.
Oh yeah,
he's a comics guy.
Yeah.
He and Jonah Rodriguez used to do the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like stand-up material in the back of that little weird barn.
Oh, that place was amazing.
Now a liquor store, or was always a liquor store. I don't think Meltdown's there anymore, right?
No, it closed. I want to say it closed during COVID.
I think it was I think the Demi got it. I think the Rona got it.
But I used to, whenever I used to go to LA, it's like Friday night I'd go there, and it was anybody that did stand up there was definitely a comics nerd.
Sure.
Or at least, somebody that liked comics. So Chip, before we get into a little bit of the Armageddon you're bringing to Marvel, let's talk about this, because I had a really nice time reading Mad About DC yesterday.
How does he already have a copy and I don't?
Everyone's got them.
I'm friends with my LCS.
Really?
Yeah, all the comps have been sent out. Everyone I know, at least in Canada, got them last week, and like I was chatting with Vita, and they got theirs yesterday. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't have them because I get mine sent to a comic shop, so I don't have to deal with comps anymore.
Well, so, the books.
I did just get my Superman, Spider-Man, or whatever it is. Ooh. And there's like it's like a box of 50 books.
Mm-hmm.
There's one. I have two covers. Two versions of one cover, and all of the other ones are different covers.
Yeah, I think they did 62 or 52 or something crazy like that.
It's a lot. It's a lot of like, well, how am I going to organize all the? Yeah, I thought I had almost gotten rid of all the Batman #1s I had, and then I found I had a whole other. I had 100 more copies.
No, they multiply. Like my first issue of Batman was when I realized I can no longer receive comps, because it was like 2 giant boxes, and I was like, what? I remember spraying them out all over the floor of my studio. I covered every square inch of my floor.
We had to put all the leaves in the Thanksgiving table.
Yeah.
Like stretch, and it was 14 times 6. Yeah.
That's a lot.
84.
Yeah, 84 copies, and technically 87 because there were an ash can, and then they did 2 of the big ones. So
right.
Well, be prepared, chum, because I believe this Mad About DC, everyone going nuts about it. So there's 3 variants.
Yeah.
There's yours
now. There's 3 variants right now.
Yeah. The second print will have.
You want me to do one, chum? Put me in.
Yeah. Oh my God. Right. Yes, me, Simon Bisley, and then Simon Bisley, but foil.
And then the Panosian cover A. Right.
Oh yeah, the standard.
So 4. Ooh, see, right now it's already. They're like gremlins.
There you go.
It just multiplied just now. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that like the comps that you guys get. I wonder what it like. How does it differ from when you guys first started? Like Howard the Duck and Iron Man. Like what kind of comps were you getting? They were just cover A's, right?
Well, Marvel policy has always been you almost get 1 copy of almost everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've never experienced anything like the DC system, where regularly I get boxes I get 5 copies of everything, and like any variant I get like 5 copies of, and then except the really rare ones, like those 500. There's at least 1 or 2, and then like 10 of the standard. Like DC has it on lock. Marvel like I still like once or twice a year we'll get some FedEx envelope from Marvel full of it always makes me think, like, did somebody get laid off? Like, did someone's office get cleared out? But so I get like, here's 11 copies of Hawkeye 8. and 2 Iron Mans and you know, and whatever. It's yeah, Marvel system has never been consistent for me.
Yeah,
Chum?
I've had the weird thing where, like, yeah, hit or miss. Sometimes I won't get an issue. Sometimes I get too many copies of an issue, and like weirdly, the really rare ones are the ones where I get more copies.
Oh, really?
Like that, I did that one Star Wars cover that was just like black and
The
white.
Jackson one.
Yeah, and they were like going for like 10 grand a piece or something because there's only 25 printed. But like, how did I receive 4 if there was only 25 printed? Like, it made no sense to me. Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Maybe it was to make up for their cover rate.
maybe but but yeah, DC, like, it was such a shock when I started doing stuff for them because it's just super consistent. Like, they actually, like, I'm not here to denigrate Marvel. They're a fine employer, and you know, they give me a lot of work, but like, they're definitely still kind of, I think organizationally they're still in kind of pre-Disney era in a lot of ways. So it's just like royalty statements come kind of fast and furious every once in a while, and it's like you can't quite make heads or tails of them, and I don't know if they can make heads or tails of them. And DC is very much like every 4 months you get this sheet, and it's all defined, and same with the comps. It's just very much like, oh, yep, at the printer, at the source, they organize it, and they send
DC's
5
been
copies
part
of
of
each.
DC's been part of Warner Brothers since 1978 or 79, so they've been a part of a corporate, you know, like all that shit has been so publicly traded, so it's all been, you know, on the up and up or whatever.
I will say Marvel's gotten better, just so just so we all know. Like, they've definitely gotten better in terms of like comps and like kind of statements and things.
Not if you don't work there anymore.
Okay, yeah,
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Like DC used to send, like, here's everything we published to people.
Yeah.
Like, when Brian Bendis worked there, he would get copies of everything, but every now and again there'd be like weird hiccups. So like they sent him 50 copies of the Justice League Dark hardcover omnibus. He was like, what do I do with these? I give these away forever at Halloween, I guess. Like, he would just, like, there'd just be boxes of things, like, I don't know what to do with this. And, you know, but yeah.
He gave away a bunch of stuff at the museum.
Brian will, you know, Brian's the only person I know who shows up with signings with cupcakes for everybody to apologize for making them wait. Like, he'll literally show up with like 6 boxes of 24 cupcakes and like their Batman variants, hand them out. Yeah. But no, those glory days of getting you know, everything we published this month or whatever, that's never been a part of my reality.
I love that box. We used to get it at the studio I was a part of because Cameron Stewart was in there, and so he was getting the box, but he was kind of disdainful of the box. And I was just like, every time I had to go down the hall to the washroom, I just grab another comic. It was great. It was great. Lasted me a whole month.
Chum, so that would have been like a early aughts, right?
That'd be early 2002, 2003. Yeah.
And you were there for 5 or 6 years?
3 years, I think.
3 years? So from 2002 to 2005, 2006, what was a good pooping comic that DC was publishing back then?
Identity Crisis.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was your duker? That was your
a big pooper. That was the pooper. Yeah.
Well, it is this kind of podcast. See, I told you it was. What, you know, shit comic.
No, we're on the Mad Magazine level of humor. You went too far.
Yeah,
I went
we're throwing up fish skeletons here. You're jizzing in plasticine.
Did you? Speaking of that kind of humor.
Yeah.
Did you guys both grow up, reading a lot of R. Crumb? Oh, there! Look at that, Mad. What issue is that?
23.
23.
Wow.
No, I have an intense dislike of Crumb.
Really?
A profound dislike. Yeah, it is the one of my lonely comic stances is never cared for the man or his work.
Interesting.
And find him deeply distasteful.
I can
Okay.
legitimately
Not in a
say,
good, and not in a throwing up a fish skeleton kind of way.
Sure.
I can legitimately say I've never read any Crumb, but
Oh,
I
wow.
have looked at the art. Like I think
Yeah.
great artist, but like
For sure.
I have no interest in actually engaging with the material itself. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's a great drawing of like telephone poles and wires and stuff, and the stippling, and it's lovely. But yeah, I've never really engaged with the material.
I had a cool science teacher in 7th grade, and at some point he was like, "You like comic books, right?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, I have some old ones. Maybe you can tell me if I don't know, like maybe you want them or tell me if they're worth anything. Like I'll bring them in. They're old. I'll bring them in. Like I'll sell them to you cheap. Like just sit. They've literally. And he was an old hippie, and he had bought from presumably Crumb from his baby carriage at the intersection of Haight and Ashbury.
Oh, shit.
Zap 0 and 1, Freak Brothers 1. I can't remember now, but like basically the 5 key underground issues. He had gotten high, read them once, wrapped them in cellophane, and they had remained that way since
Jesus.
1969.
Wow.
And he brought them in, and I was like, well, first off, these are worth a lot of money, and I would feel really bad buying them from you for 20. He was like, for like $5 a piece or whatever. Like also, so I would feel like scum because of that, but also if my mother found these, I would be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I understand that, probably so.
Right.
It was but he also he gave me an old periodic table of the elements, like before they had found all of the elements. So there are lots of boxes, like they would know where one day this will be a thing, but they hadn't named them yet. And like,
That's
I love
cool.
that thing. I wish I still had that.
Was it one of the big ones that would
Oh
hang
yeah,
in the
yeah. It was like an
classroom?
old like an old teaching thing. But it was at this point, we couldn't even imagine of Californium or Einsteinium or Nobelium. I mean, sure, we knew it would be there someday, but Nobelium, just name it like that. Who does that? It's cool.
So
It's the perfect metaphor for my writing style.
Yeah.
In terms of Mad Magazine, who are the?
Oh man,
I mean,
I was so Spy versus Spy. I loved
Don Martin was like
Don Martin. I
Don
would
Martin.
fucking ride or die for Don Martin.
Yeah. My
And
God.
like Mort Drucker, like that art style is. I have the Long Goodbye. Maybe that was. I don't remember if that might have been Jack Davis, not Mort Drucker, but both those, all of that, like I had from like 1982 until 88 or 89, like every issue, like it was one of those early things that I found and just never stopped, because it was like a Star Wars, I think it was like the Empire Strikes Back parody was maybe my first issue, and that was
wow,
that's probably the same for me actually.
I responded to Davis a lot. Like Davis was the guy that I think I responded to the most.
Yeah, so good. I think Davis, I didn't respond to him as much as a kid. I think Don Martin was number one, but like the older I got, especially once I hit like illustration school, I was like, oh no, Jack Davis, like unbelievable cartooning.
Oh yeah,
it's just wild. It's wild.
It was funny just having gone through the Dark Knight 40th anniversary thing and like getting to spend time with that book again, but then also seeing a lot of the original art in Frank's black and whites. I guess it's really Frank and Clowes. Like you can see the Mort Drucker in Frank.
Yeah.
Like so much of that is like, oh wow, yeah, no, Mort Drucker, man. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a wild array of talent in that book.
Yeah,
like Super Duper Man is just like one of the best illustrated superhero stories.
The first 30, like until it goes to the magazine format, it's and then like the crazy thing is, once they go to the magazine format and they start to do the magazine parodies, like then suddenly, like it was my first encounter with, we're going to use the visual design language. And the joke is that there's no joke. The joke is that this TV Guide parody looks exactly like TV Guide, and we're going to write it in the tone of TV Guide, but make it funny. It's sort of like what The Onion is now, right? Where like we're going to write, area basist filleted, like we're going to write these jokes in the AP style guide kind of manner, and like it opened up so many things in my head.
It's wild how much that style influenced me. Like even when I was working at the newspaper, whenever I do parodies of things, like I would mimic the style so perfectly because I had to, because there was like an itch in the back of my head, to the point where I kept having to get warnings from my editor-in-chief and the publisher that actually that's too close to
it wasn't parody enough.
What you're parodying, yeah. And it carried over to Sex Criminals too, but like,
oh sure,
yeah, obviously Sex Criminals, like you and I, like,
oh yeah,
just filling it with as many jokes as we possibly could. Like that wouldn't be the case if it wasn't for Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
No
Dude,
way.
some of the posters that you put.
You said it, that Will Elder thing, chicken fat. I mean, it's the thing that Steve Lieber and I talk about all the time with like Jimmy Olsen was all about fat, and that is and there's something too where I think it influenced. There are a lot of famous filmmakers who own original Mad art, and I don't know how much of that is meant to be public knowledge, so I'll keep names out of it. But for example, I remember getting the CAV laser discs of Star Wars and Empire and Jedi, and that meant you could go frame by frame.
Yep.
That format, there's CLV and CAV, and CAV you could go frame by frame, and like literally watching frame by frame those movies, and like there would be things that existed for 3 frames of screen time.
Yeah.
Right. Like for the example that always comes to mind is when Darth Vader picks up the Emperor, and the Emperor's lightning hands is shooting through, and he throws him down the thing or whatever. Like, and you could see bits of Vader's
skeleton,
cybernetics and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I remember going frame by frame through that, and like someone built that and designed that or painted it or whatever it was. It exists for 3 frames. Like it goes by. All you can register is something happened, right? The details, like, and that idea of, they knew it was in there. It was important to them, right? Somebody fucking put the work in to design the entire thing, and like that as a like creative philosophy.
Yeah. Whether
it's chicken fat jokes or just there's a famous story about Wong Kar-wai working with Tony Leung, and the first time Tony Leung is in a Wong Kar-wai film is at the end of a movie he's not been in, but he shows up. He's in like a little room smoking a cigarette soulfully, because that's what Tony Leung does in Wong Kar-wai movies. And he walks over to the dresser, and like he puts like cash and stuff in his pocket and walks off. And they had plans for that character and who that character was, and it literally is like, oh, Tony Leung has entered the Wong Kar-wai cinematic universe. But ever since, Tony Leung will say like, I know what's in his pockets. Like as an actor, when he has the character, he needs to know what's in his pockets, and like that, like just that kind of. It seems so silly, but it makes everything funnier. It makes everything more real. It makes everything more serious. That care and attention to detail, like, is really damagingly informative, because sometimes all you have is stuff in pockets. You don't have pockets, right?
Yeah.
But Mad, I can draw an absolute straight line to Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
You made me think of
my hair. It makes it worse, and I keep thinking it's going to fix it. And I've been doing that, I think, my entire life. It's like all of my thought snakes are trying to get out.
How's this?
This is the thumbnail right here. This is the thumbnail. Yeah. It's so weird, Matt, because I can remember doing that with the VHS of Return of the Jedi, and I remember how the electricity moves through Vader's body because of ruining a tape looking at it.
Right. Or like the We've Got Bush scene in Revenge of the Nerds.
God, it's been so long.
It's weird. So much of the Nerds' revenge was sexual assault.
Oh, the whole much. I mean, that
whole go back and watch the movie. That was
wave of movies. That Porky's.
I so wanted to pitch Revenge of the Nerds reboot where the nerds were the bad guys.
That was my pitch.
The main actor from the Revenge of the Nerds looks so much like Steve Jobs. Before he passed away last year or whatever. Yeah. I was just like, oh, you could absolutely have him as the head of like an Apple style place.
That was absolutely, it was going to be a horror movie, and the horror was the joke. Like, oh my God, they're putting pictures of our girlfriends on the internet. Like it's not real, but now it's forever. And like it was going to be how do the dumb guys stop?
Yeah.
Although John Goodman is really unimpeachably great in that movie. Yeah. And apparently the best, funniest line he improvised. Just shit, we forgot to practice. It's just a speech of him giving a thing to the giving the team we're gonna go beat those nerds and yeah, they all run off, and then just, oh shit, we forgot to practice.
Going back to the Mad influence, it's funny. I had Jim Woodring on, I had Darrow on, like those two guys both.
Oh my God,
of course.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk to everybody. But Woodring talks. We kind of set it together of how like the birth of modern humor kind of begins with Mad.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the way that we know humor, and
there's
and
no Raw there's no Raw magazine without Mad, and
Right.
and Spiegelman says as much, right?
Yeah. And probably no Onion, like
no Onion.
Yeah.
Here's another one that doesn't exist. Do we get Weird Al without Mad magazine? I mean, he was reading Mad magazine as a kid. There's pictures of him at his
I think
birthday.
because like Tom Lehrer was an early contributor to Mad, so like those, and like Mort Saul, like that school of heady village comedians worked in that vein. So right, they were like out there doing things, but like I don't know that you would get Weird Al doing not just parody songs, but like parody videos. Medium, right? Like the flawless kind of, the joke of the Eat It video is the joke of Fat is we're shooting at the same subway, the same crew. We're going to recreate the shots, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. What about you, Chip? Like when you start this project, which I know, like you did so much in it. I mean, you're not just the editor. You did 5 stories in there. You're part of 5 stories.
I don't know the exact number, but there are stories. There's 3 extra pages that aren't in the issue that I did.
Oh shit!
Because I made like
30 different distinct. How many individual things are there?
I don't know. I mean, I think I tried to add it up, and it was like 70 plus freelancers involved.
Yeah. So you were running roughshod on 70 plus freelancers beyond keeping the editorial tone. You gave me notes. Like it wasn't like you were just great. It's in is done. Like you were like the amount of work you.
Everyone got notes. Everyone hates me.
Your intern Marie Javins did so much work on this.
Yeah. So much punch up. But no, I ended up. I think I was only going to do 2 pages maybe, and then the Seth Meyers piece came in. I was like, well, I'm going to draw that.
Yeah.
And partly because I didn't know if we were going to get it in time, just because Seth is obviously a very busy man.
And then got roped into doing the Olympics in the middle of all that.
Like, I know.
When Colin Jost got hurt, he had to go do Olympic stuff.
So there's that kind of thing, and then and also, frankly, I just don't trust freelancers for good reason. So I made a bunch of extra ones. Probably a month before it was time to send it to the printer, just in case anyone didn't make it. And like I think only one person didn't make it, and so that one slotted in there. Some things were like some pieces ended up bumping up to 2 pages, some got kicked down to 1 page, depending on like the material. So it was always I try to keep tabs on all of it, but it was always in flux. Every part of it was just kind of like my spreadsheets and my kind of like my weird graphics of detailing the pages and what's happening where.
Because you love doing charts and graphs.
I do it, and I change the color at different stages so I can get a good feel for the whole thing. That was just like it was nuts. It was nuts because like I think I gave everyone a deadline of December 1st. I think we went to press February 23rd, and I was still waiting for pieces. So it's like only one person didn't actually hit it. And I kind of knew a couple of weeks before that the response rate on this person's dropped off, so I one of my pieces is gonna have to slot in there. Slot is not a code, by the way. It wasn't Dan Slot.
Like I said, it was definitely Ryan Stegman.
Chum, you look amazing. That is one of the most beautiful hats
a great
I've
hat.
ever seen.
I mean, first off, it feels exactly like you want Grover to feel, and I'm bummed that they had to kill and skin him to make it, but I think it was worth it. And, and now my hair's not an issue. I just have my Grover hat.
When I die, I want them to make a leather hat out of my skin with a little portrait of me on it for you.
Oh. When like out of your own skin, like they take the skin off your back and like tan. And,
exactly. Yeah.
I was already working on my
woodworkers. Wrote a book about how he built his own coffin.
First of all, one of my favorite woodworkers is a great sentence. He's in my top 3.
He's in my top 3.
I feel you've met my father-in-law, Rob. right? I think Matt.
No, I
Maybe.
don't think I have.
He's an amazing guy.
I
He's
would
like
love to talk to him about Dune. I would love to talk to him about Dune.
he is a yeah, stepdad of Jessica. But anyways, he is
Oh.
he's a carpenter. Like that was his kind of his trade. And he first of all he realized he was going to be a carpenter when he went into a bar in like Mexico, high on mushrooms, and he took the bar apart with his mind, and he could see exactly how it all fit together, and it went right back. And he's like, "Oh, I know how to do that." And then like I think the next week he started carpentry, and he was like, he could just do it. So that's wild. But what was I going to say about this?
I mean, you don't have to. That's a great story right there.
Yeah, I think the podcast just ended.
I don't want to tell you how to do your job. But
What were we talking about before?
What were we talking about?
We were talking about Mad, and you said one freelancers, and then
have
Grover,
I met your
Skin
my
Hat.
father-in-law? My favorite carpenter, one of my favorite woodworkers, built his own coffin.
Yeah. No, he yeah. I mean, it was a huge emotional thing for him, but he made the coffin for his dying sister.
Oh wow!
And that's just like, and I think for him it was just such a cathartic process, just to know he could do it, put the love into it, and like ready it for her before she passed away. It was just like it was huge. I'm hoping he outlives me so he can do the same for me.
I just found plans online for a guy who has designed a bookcase, but then when you die, it knocks apart and is a actual coffin.
That's amazing.
It looks like modern art, it looks like a very kind of cool, modern, but actually, no, it's a coffin. And like, you send me how tall you are and how broad your shoulders are, I'll send you exact plans.
The secret second thing also reminds me, Rob, when he was doing all these big projects for like, houses, companies, restaurants, a lot of things, everything he would build, he would add a secret compartment to it.
Oh yeah,
like without being told to. And when he was presenting the final piece to everyone, he would always say, "Oh, by the way, and if you pull this out and look in here and pull this out, you have a secret compartment." And he loved it because it revealed so much about everyone, because they always told him what they were going to put in it. He's like either like, "Oh, I'll put my weed in there," or "I'm gonna put some photos or my will or money or whatever it was." It's just very revealing. I love that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I always do the Reynolds Woodcock thing. I'm always hiding stuff in the stuff I make.
You got to, yeah.
And Chip's always hiding stuff in his prison wallet.
It's true.
Getting back to Mad, let me get it out of the coffin and back to Mad. There are, I mean, I had a blast reading it. I think, Kagan McLeod, really some standout stuff in there, with Matt and with you, with by himself. I mean, Sergio Aragones, you got Sergio.
I know. That was funny too, because like, so doing this with Marie was like my intern on it, which I think delighted her to no end. And so I would ask her a lot for emails of people, because I can contact them. And when it came to Sergio, she wouldn't give me the email. She's like, it's just like a protected secret. Like, I can't give you the email. She's like, I'll contact him. I'm like, okay, please do let him know, what we're doing, if he has any ideas. And I think she just kept kicking it down the road. She's like, I can't just approach him just generally. We got to tell him exactly what we want. He's done everything. And I kind of went through his back catalog. I'm like, well, there's a few things he hasn't done. Like, you can present him some options, or just say, hey, do you want to do something in here that you haven't done that has something to do with DC superheroes? And I think I realized at one point, he's the only person she was intimidated by.
Yeah.
Like, I think she had him as her childhood hero as well.
Sure.
And so for her, I think she had to really muster up the nerve to like do the call. And then of course he's delightful with Sergio, right? Like, I think, they were exchanging travel stories and stuff immediately, and like, but his stuff came in kind of close to the end. I think he's been doing it long enough. He's like, yeah, tell me what the deadline is. I'll get to you like 2 days before. But it's such a joy to have like Sergio work just show up in your inbox.
And that email address is sergioa@gmail.com.
There you go.
So we're talking about Sergio Aragones, and that's how you can contact him.
Mariko Tamaki has taken to making custom paper craft cigarettes in the writer's room she's currently in. So Mariko so we have pictures of me and her at the last DC editorial summit walking around with our fig. She apparently would go outside the DreamWorks lot and sit with it until someone told her you can't. She's like, it's not real.
Yeah.
Did she used to smoke?
I think
why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I spent long enough to realize I was going to make her a box of Mariko Borough cigarettes. And I spent long enough realizing, oh, I have actual things to do. I can't do this. I told her the joke and that was enough. I'm not going to actually.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it sits right here and I like it. And I just want to show off how talented Mariko is. Yeah. There's a picture of us by the banana splits, like to Andy Warhol factory.
So cool.
Was that the summit you just went to, or was that a Batman summit?
But that was the summit we just went to, yeah.
Yeah, and then I caught a glimpse of you at the looking at some art at David Mandel. Your friend David.
Yeah, it was funny. The next day I went and taped about Dark Knight, and they had a copy of the Absolute edition, so I just literally started flipping through it and going, I saw this page last night. I saw this page last night. I saw this page last night.
Wow.
I held there's a picture somewhere of me holding both Han Solo's blaster and Indy's revolver. And it's the one where he's like, I'm always careful, Marcus, and tosses it into the suitcase in Raiders, and it's the blaster from Jedi. Apparently, Harrison Ford, rather than sort of plastic or resin, he preferred his gun props to have actual weight, so they would always start with a real gun, like weld it together so it was no longer functional, and then gack it out with shit. So like you can see if you hold them, like, oh, there's like a Luger under this that they've hot glued shit on, and the Indy gun is a gun with other parts on it, but they're fucking heavy, they're weighty. It's not a toy, it's got a heft to it, which I appreciate. Harrison Ford's a guy who knows what's in his pockets.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's the same idea. It's, the actor wants to feel like the character is who it is, so you got to make it feel real.
I'm already pretending to understand what Chewbacca is saying. Don't make me pretend that the gun is heavy.
But yeah, just the last thing I'll say about Mad, like there are just some great stories that made even me feel seen, like Kelly Sue's story about the graded collectors was really funny, and then Chip, your convention utility belt thing was fucking hilarious because it's so on the nose. It's almost too on the nose.
The convention utility belt was the sample page that we had to show the higher ups at DC to get the approval. And
I can't wait to see this thing. I can't wait to read this Mad magazine.
It's okay. I give it a B-.
B-. Do you think I know how much you've talked about it in Substack and all this stuff about how much of a pain in the ass it is to be an editor. Do you think you'd ever approach maybe co-editing one again, doing something like this again? No,
never. Absolutely not. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Though I say that, I mean, and I've often said this to Matt, that comic creators, especially artists, have short-term emotional memory.
Yes.
Where we forget the feeling of doing the thing. And at the end of every issue of Sex Criminals, what did I want to do, chum?
Set yourself on fire, jump into a river.
Take a hammer to my hand. That was the actual mental image I would have. So I never had to do this again. And then I would get another script from Matt. I'd be like, oh, this is fun. I can't wait to draw it.
Yeah.
And then I would draw it again.
We're like goldfish in that way, right? Yeah.
No, I was saying it to Marie. Yeah. Because Marie was editing the Superman Spider-Man issue at the same time, and like that went to press the week before Mad, and so everything just collided, and I think it was probably the most stressed she's been.
And those were some truly spectacularly stupid notes that she was getting. Like if my experience was indicative of what everybody else was going through, like there were some dumb fucking notes. That was a difficult.
Oh yeah, no, because I did the previous one. I did on the Batman Deadpool one, and and I'm not going to say they were stupid notes, but they were definitely like, oh, okay, these companies are just really trying to like make sure each one is on equal footing, and like it's just like
it felt like the editors. It felt like Marie and CB came to the accord. Let's do it, and then it got handed to a room full of lawyers.
Yeah,
who had no idea what
But that's like the story you always hear.
Crazy, so crazy.
Yeah. Stuff. I mean, isn't that the kind of tale of all of the crossovers that ever happened? Was like the only one that really stood out was Ali Superman, because it was so special, and like you could, Ali put a little bit of the ego aside, and Neil Adams was such a strong force, but it felt like everything after that It's like, yeah, nothing.
Yeah, it gets harder.
happens.
It gets harder and harder just because there are obviously more lawyers and kind of corporate interests involved.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they put these out like is amazing, and that
it's a
there's
miracle.
quality is also amazing. But yeah, so Marie was like,
Marie was in it. Marie was really down in it.
At the end of all this, she was just like, I can't believe we managed to pull this off because like this was so hard. And I'm like, yes, it was. And I think immediately DC was like, this is great. Like we want to do more. And we're just like, oh God, how do we tell them? How do we tell them?
Yeah. You know, and but like, no, it's going to be incredible. Everyone's going to talk about it. It's going to thrill and excite people to see what's possible.
Mm-hmm.
2 other bad things will happen that'll make you want to take a hammer to your hands. And suddenly it's like, you know what? We maybe could do something with Mad that's another, you know what I would do different? That's the first warning sign is when you're like, here, you know what I would do different? Instead of never again, never again. Like the minute you solve some problem in methodology, like that's the indication that like the healing has begun.
I mean, I do have a mad idea. It's the kind of thing that would not require me to do anything, which is my favorite kind of idea, and that I have floated by DC. So I'm just kind of waiting to see where they land on it. I'll tell you off the air, chum.
Is DC published Mad About Marvel?
Yeah, perfect.
What could possibly go wrong?
I did want to ask about that because it is strictly DC, whereas like the original Mad, they took shots at everything that existed. Was there a like kind of a genesis where you're like, we're told like you can't take pot shots at any other properties?
It was just tricky, and so I just kept decided to stay away from it because like I think I gave two sample pieces. One was the convention belt one, and then another one was kind of like poking fun at the MCU, and it was approved. And so that kind of made me think, okay, I can probably get away with more of this. And then kind of the further we got in, as pitches were coming, I was just like, oh, yeah, no, I don't think we can, because I'm like the notes I'm getting are very much like, let's not showcase anything else. And
because it's happening in parallel with the cross company thing.
Yeah.
Like the last thing you need is some lawyer being like, absolutely not, never again. And suddenly you know what I mean? Like,
and also lawyers, I mean,
yes.
I mean, a lawyer's job is not to like get a thing made. It's to highlight any minor possible problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they don't get a bonus for like clearing a thing. They get the bonus for like pointing the problems out.
Right.
So a lot of times these companies listen to the lawyers maybe too much as kind of the final word on things. But we never got to the point where there were lawyers involved in that kind of stuff, so we were fine. But just internally, we're just like, okay, how far can we go here? Is this person going to sue? Is this company going to sue? Like there's definitely those kind of discussions.
Well, and there was a thing too with like that Mad for so much of its life was an actual magazine, put it in some kind of different category, but like there's such a weird no-fly zone around parody because I think somebody maybe based a character visually on Crystal Gale. I kind of half remember the story, but there was some saber rattling that like made likenesses and referring to real people, and like even if
it was Amy Grant.
Amy Grant, there you go.
Oh, that's right. It was on that Doctor Strange issue, wasn't it?
Yeah,
something like that. But I would like, but there were times where it's like try to justify things as parody and be told like, nope, we're not even going to fuck with it.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Chum, when we were trying to convince Caitlin to let us publish something called Fraction and Zdarsky's Batman?
Do tell.
That rings a few bells.
Yeah, just lawyers don't like to. Yeah, no, or probably it's probably for the best. But
well, I had the big discussion with Caitlin because I wanted to do a Kickstarter for my project, which was I was going to take the text of Lolita and change her age to a more appropriate 32. And that was all I was going to do. And the cover image would be of a 32-year-old woman with the Kubrick, licking a lollipop or whatever
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the glasses. I was gonna change every instance and everything,
Woke,
just like just her.
woke Lolita. Great, love it.
And it was just the cover was just gonna be Lolita, finally a version you can read. And I was gonna have an art show. It was gonna be a whole thing, and she was just like, "Oh God, like it's parody, sure, but like the fights you're gonna have, like
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
of
gonna
course.
cost
No,
you
no,
far
Caitlin,
more than you're gonna
the
make."
fights you're gonna have. I'm not gonna have these fights.
Right.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
and you could take that and do it with other things. Like you could do maybe a version of Scarlet Letter that's different or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think it gets sent around as a meme. Chips, and this you actually could do because it's in the public domain. Frankenstein, with your addendum to the final page of Frankenstein, you could actually publish that.
That is true. Have you seen that, Dave?
I have not. No.
It's like and as the monster floated away, he called out, "And it's okay if you sometimes just call me Frankenstein. I don't mind."
And I faked it. I took my copy of Frankenstein, the paperback, and I just like kind of added the in pen right on the last page.
It's your handwriting.
Pen. That's one of those things that pops up every like few months. People are tagging me and it'd be like, Chip did this, because it shows up on every kind of meme account. Yeah.
I mean, back in the Sex Criminals days, I feel like every other meme that popped up on the internet was your doing.
Yeah, I got around.
There was a lot of that. There was the Uncle Ben died of natural causes is still one of the greatest fucking things of all time. Absolutely one of the greatest things of all time.
Oh yeah, almost forgot that one.
Or your line of shirts.
The Martha Way, which is the pearls falling.
Yes.
Yeah, I should have just made those.
I did see someone point out that like actually that's not how real pearls.
No, it's indicative of cheap pearls. That means Thomas Wayne bought her cheap ass pearls when they come apart.
She was wearing like costume jewelry.
Yeah. Because they're not strung on there. They're actually each individually
like when dudes draw women sleeping in bras. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
you've never done this before, have you?
Instead of stained, oversized T-shirts, as the reality is.
Yeah. Team building exercise.
Yeah.
Well, there was something I was going to ask, but I lost it completely. Chip, you're doing some stuff with Marvel.
Yeah.
Armageddon's coming.
Marvel Comics?
Yeah.
MarvelComics.com.
Oh, the .com.
Yeah.
You're redoing their website
anymore.
Redoing their website?
Costly. Yeah.
Getting into the lucrative world of web design.
Yeah.
I mean, you love designing. You're very vocal about loving designing, so might as well just revamp the entire website.
And I do love the internet. I've stated that many a time.
Oh, yes. Everyone knows.
You partially are the internet.
Yeah. I'm doing my thing at Marvel.
Ooh, fair enough.
What you doing, chum? What you working on?
Captain America. I'm a Canadian.
Whomst?
Yeah, doing that and this Armageddon thing, which has spiraled into a full-on event, and I don't know how that happened, but it happened. And just riding that wave
till 2027, right?
You talk about the other thing, right?
What's that?
Armageddon. Tell me about Armageddon.
What? The Avengers Armageddon?
Yeah.
The hot event for the summer?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I can say, really. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, because there's a thing that I.
What do you know? What do you think you know?
You told me. You sent me a picture.
Yeah, I've been. Marvel's been putting out my teasers.
Yeah, those teasers are fantastic.
Red and black ones.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a story that kind of I cooked up coming out of Captain America, and it felt big enough that we kind of had to involve more characters. And Marvel's like, all right, yeah, we'll give you the space to do this. And so it's become this.
Chum, I just texted you what
I saw, and we can't talk about that.
It. Okay, cool. It's not the thing.
No, definitely not that.
I'm going to save all my questions.
Definitely not that.
I'll save my questions for another podcast.
But yeah, it's just kind of this big kind of summer blockbustery story with incredibly cool twists that I'm very excited for people to see. Issue 4 is going to be one of those ones where people are like, "Oh, holy shit, that's fun." I just kind of wanted to hit the feeling of like the the big event with actual emotional stakes, not just
Mm-hmm.
there's 1 million aliens and they have to fight 1 million aliens. Like
Right,
kind
and
of
then it
seen
goes
that.
back to normal as soon as it's over.
Yeah. I wanted the characters to kind of change and evolve through it, and for things to feel different on the other end. Which I think Marvel gets right a bunch of the times, and they definitely did a lot kind of during Matt's time there with Bendis,
Yeah,
with those kind of events to kind of like create a kind of a
yeah,
new landscape.
Fear itself.
Yeah, like Dark Avengers stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that sort of that Dark Avengers through Dark Reign, the like that whole to the heroic age. Like there was
Yeah,
a tone in it. Like
Yeah,
that felt things were clicking. Like that was the best. Those were the best kind of times where everybody was kind of marching,
yeah.
and I think it kind of even started in Civil War where like
Mm,
suddenly Greg Pak has made World War Hulk, and that's become a whole and you
yeah,
could. It was a very yes Andy time for
for
yeah.
sure.
Well, I think I'm trying to bring that kind of that feeling back to Marvel. Um, like I've got plans that kind of extend well into 2028, kind of thing.
Oh wow.
Provided it clears a bunch of hurdles. Um,
Yes.
and this is basically the Captain America series is the beginning of that, and it kind of builds up through that Wolverine miniseries and this Avengers Armageddon and the thing that follows that and the thing that follows that. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's definitely a plan. Um, yeah, and it's cool to kind of be in that position to be able to actually like get runway and plan a big story with all these characters.
Yeah, and then coming off the heels of Mad, and like it seems like you're working.
Yeah,
It
from
seems like you're
Mad
working
to
a lot more than you want to. Is that?
no, I mean I love it. Like I think it was just a matter of like planning things out so I didn't lose my mind. Like the
Yeah.
Mad thing was kind of the the accidental yes. Like I kind of created the idea and then I'm like, why did I do that? Like now it's kind of derailed a lot of the other things I'm doing. On the other end of Mad, it's basically the next 2 years are just Marvel. Like it's just a real focus. Like I'm like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. I need to like give it my attention. I need to like
Mm-hmm.
make sure I'm there to answer the questions and I'm not off doing whatever. The
Yeah.
TV show stuff is gonna interfere with it a little bit, but like I'm not on Sex Criminals and Stillwater. I'm not writing on either of those shows. At the most, I'll like give thumbs up on
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Hey, good job, everyone! You're better than me at all of this. And then
yeah.
obviously we'll be filming cameos.
Yeah. I was
At
gonna
Pervert
say
One and
like
Pervert Two.
I need to see you guys in the role. Well, you can't play John and the therapist, but yeah, you got to get in there cameo wise.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be pretty insistent on it
We
because
should be the guys that run Cumworld. We should be like the couple that runs.
Yes.
that was kind of my thinking.
Yeah.
That was kind of my thinking.
Remember the Mr. Show bit about the mom and pop pornography shop?
Yeah,
Oh, mother, those dildos are looking awful fine.
yeah,
And we'll-
that's
our
exactly it.
aprons and sleeve garters and stuff.
Yeah, and I've shown people the photos whenever they ask me of what I look like when I just shaved, just so I leave the mustache.
Nightmare fucking
And
fuel.
It's disgusting,
Nightmare
but I think
fuel.
it'd be perfect for it. And after the
Oh, yeah.
Flash video comes out, it's already out. By the time this airs.
Do you have an agent like for your acting? Like, do you have are you? I don't think you're
No.
not SAG. You're not in SAG, right?
I'm not in SAG, so I gotta figure all that out because this is gonna be the summer.
Yeah.
The summer
Well,
of Chip, I think.
It's a points thing, right? Like you have to be in a thing and it accrues points.
Yeah, are you in SAG?
No. My no line back of head cameo in Monarch episode 107 did not qualify me for SAG membership.
Weird. Well, yeah, I gotta figure all that
It's
out.
unions, it's union stuff. It's all politics. It's who you know.
Yeah. Anyways, after the Flash video comes out and it displays my horrific body, my cartoonishly ludicrous turn up of a body, which I did not realize until they saw me running. Somehow I'm okay with like looking like an absolute fucking fool. So shaving just a mustache, it'll be fine.
You should do another one, but buy like a fake ass. So you just have a crazy bubble butt, but change nothing else. Just a fucking.
It would help balance it out.
Just a wagon. Just a huge wagon.
Tights don't
like
really do much to help.
No,
They
like a side view, straight down is the back going into ass, and then the front is just like it's kind of whoop, straight under my nuts, and then the legs. It's something else. It is something else, and I'm fine with it. I'm at the age now where I'm fine with looking as sexually unappealing as possible.
My wife insists I have an ass. I've never seen it.
I mean, technically, because you shit out of it, and there's probably a crack.
I mean, I know I have a butthole, but I mean like an ass.
Yeah.
No, it's a straight. What is an old George Carlin line about? Like, I need a fat wallet and 3 hankies to look like I have a butt.
Oh, I can't. What did you say? Absolute Fool. Is that going to be coming out from DC soon? Is that one of their new books? Is it going to be based on you? Absolute Fool?
I would love to. I would do Absolute Ambush Bug or Absolute Plastic Man or any of those absolute.
You got to stop speaking
weirdos.
This stuff into existence. You're going to put more things on your plate.
I mean, that is the problem. That is the problem.
Yeah,
you know, I keep saying to Matt, like, it's so fucked up that, like, Matt leaves Marvel, I come into Marvel.
Yeah.
And I leave Marvel, go to DC, and then I leave DC and Matt comes into DC, and I'm at Marvel. Like why we can't exist in the same place at the same time, I don't know why. Because I would desperately love to do some DC stuff with Matt. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But yeah,
I the only reason I haven't logged off of this and texted Scott Snyder Absolute Plastic Man is because no one should do Absolute Plastic Man but you.
Me and Kagan, I think.
Yes, please do that. Yeah. I would love to see. I mean, you know, I found your work together from Sex Criminals. I'd love to see something else down the line. Do you? Think...
I miss writing stuff for you. You know, I miss you making me look better and smarter and funnier than I actually am on a monthly basis.
Same.
Or semi-monthly.
Back at you. Never better than when we are together.
I know this is a big, you know, what if, but do you think there's a time where you might revisit Sex Criminals in the universe and write something else together?
Not Sex Criminals. I'll do anything else.
Yeah.
But, I think that it's done, right? It's a finished, it's a complete thought, you know?
Yeah.
I just had like the nightmare version of like, it's your kids, John and Suze, your kids. No, it's done. It's no, but I would love to do something else. We fucked around for a while with a thing that didn't happen, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then Chip, I know it's probably not going to happen anytime soon, but public domain, you still chipping away at it,
so to speak. I've got a couple scripts in the can, but yeah, the Marvel stuff's definitely eating up the time. I got to get ahead of things before I can start drawing that. And also, I think Marvel recently realized that my covers are okay and affordable, so they keep throwing cover assignments at me. I'm just like, I can't say no to that. It's like
2 A's, adequate and affordable.
Yeah,
gotta love it. Yeah.
No, I think with the Mad thing off my plate and like saying no to more covers, public domain will come out sooner than later. Yeah, like I kind of want to. I mean, there's a part of me, a merciless capitalist part of me that wants to have the next volume of public domain hit when the Sex Criminals TV show hits.
Yeah, that
just
makes
so there's
sense.
like kind of more creator-owned stuff kind of coming out during that period.
Yeah, and then, you know, it's always a benefit to have your name in two places at once, you know, coinciding with each other as an independent creator.
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to ask you about these cover recreations you've been doing because they're fucking amazing.
They're
really amazing.
Just 1 second.
Just being a genius in his spare time. Just being a fucking brilliant genius in his spare time. It's weird when your hobby is also your job.
Are you talking about this?
Chum, do you want me to get Jim Lee to sign that?
I mean, I've sent it to Jim.
Oh my god! Can you put the bottom of it up? I want to see Wolverine's face.
I texted it immediately to him. I think it was the first time I actually texted him, and we had a really good conversation about like cover recreations because he's done it before for like commissions and fun things like that. And both of us were like, just like, you learn so much doing it as an artist. Like the decisions that an artist makes, it's kind of wild.
It's like doing master's studies in art school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing I did not ask him that I kind of realized when I was drawing it is why on the cover is Psylocke holding her fist in such a way that you think she's got the Psylocke kind of psychic blade, and she doesn't on that cover. It blows my mind. It's like something went wrong there.
I never thought about that.
It's Bruce Wayne's mustache, chum.
I was gonna say it's Bruce Wayne's mustache all over again.
You always got to leave a little mystery. You always got to leave a little space for discovery. And
so, how many have you done so far?
I've done 5, I think 5, 6. It's kind of at some point last year, my wife was like, "Hey, you work 7 days a week." I'm like, "You never work a day in your life if you love what you do." She's like, "Yeah, but you're falling apart. Like that's not good. You need to take a day off." And so I actually made it so Sundays are my day off. Like I don't look at email, I don't do anything. I actually just like live a life. But on my days off, I end up drawing comic cover recreations. So it's not quite a day off, but I keep telling myself it's for fun, so it's not work. But still, yeah.
Trump, could you do Sex Criminals 1 and it sues with the big smile, and instead of the flogger, it's like a rubber chicken?
I mean, yeah.
Obviously. Is that too meta? Is that too?
See, it's funny you said that, Matt, because I was going to suggest he recreate the photo cover, but draw it of the two of you
crying.
It's funny. Every writer I talk to about my homage project, they make suggestions because it's what we all do, but they always add things beyond the smile, and I'm like, no, it's just the smiles.
Just the smile.
Yeah, I think it's just like.
I thought you had changed a prop. I thought you had changed a prop. No. Oh, okay, then.
I keep them. Yeah, there's something pure about the fact that it's exactly that cover, except for the smile and looking at you.
Did you do a Captain America 1 yet?
Which one?
The original. Him getting punched. Hitler getting punched by Captain America.
Him and Hitler looking at you and smiling.
I mean, it's so fucked up, but I think that would be. I mean, you know, I sit and look at comics all day, so that like when I started seeing him, I'm like, oh, I'd love to see him do this, and this.
Yeah, I was considering like in terms of old comics, Action Comics #1, the guy in the front just like smiling at you, Superman smiling as he smashes the car.
Holy shit! You can see what that guy's doing to the car. It's so cool.
Yeah. I've got a few planned out. My idea is like once I get to like probably 12 of them, I'm gonna have an art show and donate the proceeds to charity because I don't think I could ethically make money off these recreations. But yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah. It'll be fun.
I want to repitch my Watchmen 1 idea. There's just no blood on the smiley face.
Sorry, Tom. It breaks from the format.
Oh, too much.
I know.
Right.
Love and Rockets #1, where they're all smiling.
Yeah.
All of them are smiling. That would be fun. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Fantagraphics, did you guys hear that they're doing a Mad box set, like a huge?
Yeah, Matt sent it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zdarsky bump, baby.
I know.
My interview that dropped today, I interviewed Gary Groth. I did about 90 minutes with him. And, you know, we didn't get to talk about everything because I would need 6 hours with that man.
Yeah. He's seen it all.
Yeah,
seriously.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
50 years of that company. Let me see.
50 years of Fantagraphics?
Yeah, it's their 50th anniversary this year.
Their thing is they're doing, and they're like, they're getting into the facsimile edition things too. So like, there's a facsimile 11 Rockets coming out and all that kind of stuff. But like,
that's cool.
They were the first people. Like I remember that complete 8-ball or whatever it was. Where they were. That was the first thing I ever remember having like the cover stock. You know, the paper stock was recreated. Even like the insert, like the modern cartoonist, like they really fastidiously reprinted all of the issues and bound them together. Like I can't wait to see the Mad thing. I can't wait.
Where does Clowes fall for you guys as you know, as fans influence or whatever?
Klaus Janson?
No, Dan Clowes.
You know, I did the same thing. It's kind of hard to not have him as an inspiration. I think especially a lot of my earlier stuff, like I was doing a lot of Dan Clowes faces. Like I was throwing out some art actually on the weekend because I've got too much old stuff from my newspaper days. I'm like, oh yeah, another Clowes face. Oh yeah, another Clowes face. I love this stuff. Love it. Yeah.
And I like that. I mean, I was like in Chicago when that kind of Prime 8-Ball was coming out, and it like, I'm hit and miss on his graphic novels, like more hit than miss, but like it's weird. I'm either hot or kind of cold on them. But like,
where do you stand on Ice Haven?
I think Ice Haven's great.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
I really love Death Ray, but like I went back not long ago and reread Velvet Glove, and like that still has such a kind of like Velvet Glove and Ed the Happy Clown have such a dream kind of logic to the way they move and work that I'm jealous of. Like I wish I could replicate it. I wish I could. It's like trying to copy Negative Space. Like I don't know how it's there's something really special about that.
I think it's harder as a writer.
Yeah.
Than it is as a cartoonist. I think a cartoonist has a lot more control over that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
and maybe it's I don't know, but I would love to one day figure out how to do something that feels like those books feel to me, and it's been a thing I've been thinking about since I was buying them on the stands. Like, how do you? But that's really, I think, part of the difficulty. You're right, is it's a cartoonist doing it and not a writer artist team.
Yeah. And I the closest thing I can equate with the experience of reading Velvet Glove is watching Twin Peaks. It just, there is nobody else that could do it.
Shave the dog. Yeah. And just it's got such a. It is kind of it's interesting. I've there's a Belgian couple, Helene Catat and Bruno Frazani. They've made 4 films. The most recent one is called Reflections in a Dead Diamond. And I don't remember the last time I did this, but I watched it and then immediately watched it again. I've watched it 4 or 5 times this year, and like I try to write down all the movies I've watched, and basically I'm in a place where I just kind of have gone back and rewatched their films. And there's something about them. They look like homages to sort of like Dead Diamond is like a Euro spy kind of diabolic Bond thing, but like they're using the grammar of sort of film eras and genres to do entirely different things. Like I don't know how they make me. I wish I could speak about it more intelligently, but like it struck me at some point, like, oh, there's something about them that is incredibly Lynchian. Although there's only ever been 1 or 2 shots that have felt like you could even say, oh, this could be a Lynch homage or reference or nod, or if anything else, there's a similar image in a Lynch film. But like they have somehow tap into the energy and not even the tone, but like the invisible stuff, the dream grammar that Lynch sort of spoke with. And like it's nothing like Lynch's movies at all, but somehow that makes it very Lynchian. Again, I wish I was better at talking, but that is such a, I don't know, intangible thing.
Well, from what you're saying, it sounds like something that's anybody would have trouble describing how that feels, but I wrote it down. Reflection of a Dead Diamond.
Reflections in a Dead Diamond. There's a movie called Ammer. There's a movie called Let the Corpses Tan, and The Strange Color of Your Body's Tears.
Those are wild.
Those are great titles. Jesus.
Yeah. Anything coming up for you, Matt, that's outside of Batman that you can talk about, or you just?
We're gearing up to do. I would sit at Marvel, and there's a long run of almost 2 years where I was writing 6.5 books a month for Marvel, on top of whatever Image stuff I had happening. And I remember like just glaring at Jason Aaron, furious, because he was so good and just wrote 2 things. And the thought was like, oh, don't write 6.5 different books, write 1 book 6.5 times or whatever. Yeah. I actually had to kind of like I had to take my foot off the gas a little bit on Batman. the first editorial retreat we had, everyone was talking about what was going to happen in March, and I realized I was talking about March 2027. And I was like, oh, I need to shut the fuck up. Like, this was last, so I was so far ahead. But so no, I've been really happy to just hang in the Bat world, and like we're doing our first sort of Bat line like mini event. It's called Bad Seeds. It's me and Willow Wilson and the whole gang, and we'll be spinning. There will be new things that spin out of it and stuff like that. But it's like having done a bunch of different events, trying to take all of the like what was good about these and what was like, let's just do the good things and not the bad, and trying to but it's been really incredible getting everybody's kind of stuff. But it's it's basically a an evening, a night, and a morning in Gotham that's really bad, and we follow it. At one point, Rob Levin, our editor, and I was like, do we do this like in real time? Is it like 24? And like that was just too. It's meaningless, and time is meaningless in comics, so it doesn't really make sense. But but it has that kind of tight, thing where it really is an all hands on deck. We have to make sure Gotham survives the night kind of crisis for the Bat fam to deal with at a time when it's really hard for them to get out and be superheroes. So that's kind of where I'm living at the moment. But it's going to be, I hope it's going to be cool, but it's been fun to work with and play with and have everybody have such kind of yes and energy, and like me coming to things like, this is kind of, I think, the skeleton, but maybe the bones aren't in the right place. What do we need, and what do you need, and how can I set you up, and how, so getting to learn all these different folks and how they work and think and write, and writing to serve them and plan this thing that will, I think the line is really strong, and I hope we can shine some light on give everybody a reason to check out books maybe they haven't seen or haven't thought about looking at, and Poison Ivy was supposed to be a mini series. At the end of Bad Seed, Willow's going to be at Poison Ivy 50.
50, yeah.
Like it feels like the line is full of that kind of caliber of work.
Chum, I hate to say this, but I do feel that you're a coward for not doing the 24 marking time idea. Only because it gives you the opportunity to show that time is different in Gotham, and night is much longer. So when you hit midnight, the next hour is 13 o'clock, and then 14 o'clock, and then 15 o'clock. You just kind of
we call that military time, Chum.
Yeah.
No, but real. Yeah.
Oh, so like night is actually 20 hours long in Gotham.
Yeah, it's only 4 hours.
Day is still from like sunrise around 6, 7, sunset around 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Then there's 20 hours of dark. So it's like a 35-hour day.
Yeah, but it would explain a lot. It would explain a lot. That's all.
You know what, Chum? You're right. You're right. Look, this is what would
happen. As a former Batman writer,
if we were together, you could have fixed it. Yeah. Also, like as we were talking about it, like Dennis Camp was like, "Yeah, we just did that in Ultimates. It was really hard." I'm like, "Yeah, you dummies. What the fuck were you thinking?" Like, so the other thing is, it feels like they did just do that. So like.
Yeah, Dennis is just new enough that he wants to try those things.
Oh yeah.
We're old enough to be like, oh god, no.
Yeah. No, it's very much a let's walk down there and fuck all of them cows.
Yeah.
And that guy, he's writing 22 books right now, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. No, it's
pretty
like
incredible.
that energy, that
to be young.
Yeah.
But I remember.
But yeah, no, I've resisted. I've been offered some really cool shit that I've declined. In nothing that I felt like, oh, I really could do this, but like I could. Yeah. But like, nope, I'm happy.
That's nice. That's
and
nice
having a blast. It's like the most fun I've had at the Big Two, and the I just I enjoy it so much. I don't want to lose that.
Matt, you're talking to somebody. I didn't read a lot. I'm more of a miniseries Batman guy throughout time, and I am having so much fun through 8 issues. Like it feels like, especially with the having both ends of the spectrum with Absolute and the regular Batman being wildly different. It's just so much fun to be reading that stuff right now.
Yeah, you've got such a good team too. Like I think if you did go do something else, elsewhere or under a different editor, maybe, then you'd be like, oh yeah, now I remember why.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, and
Like Rob's so good, Marie's
part
great.
too.
Yeah.
I would walk into fire for Marie and Rob. Like they're
Yeah.
both terrific, and but like, this event, like I, in kind of sketching it out, like pitched a handful of like one shots and spin-offs, and like I have the bandwidth that I can do those, right?
Mhm.
And maybe it turns into a book somebody else does, or maybe not, but like I can, there's a thing Mariko and I are doing that's going to be a part of Bad Seed. It was like we just were like we zub 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 zub, and then I like just kind of yelled it at Rob, like it wasn't the pitch was the like fresh off, like didn't even think about it, but whoa, we can do this, and like we're so like it's going to be, I don't know, I think it's gonna be a fun. One of my things has been like it's a writer's cliche, to be like, well, the city is a character. But I think it's really true about Gotham, right?
Yeah.
And so this is really an event that's about Gotham City as the main character in a way, and a chance to do like a Robert Altman meets who did fucking Towering Inferno and the Poseidon,
I know
all those big disaster movies.
Michael Bay.
Yes, his dad.
Yeah, but it's a chance to do like a big ensemble disaster movie set in Gotham City, and it's really fun. And if I had 3 other books actively cooking, like I wouldn't have the focus to I just think the quality would degrade.
It's much easier to go with the idea of like the city being a character when the city is fictional.
Yes,
like it's all made up, and you can make up on top of it. You can.
Me and Scott, you talked about the Batman stuff. Like for Free Comic Book Day, we're going to do a thing where I'm writing a thing and he's writing a thing, and it's the hook is kind of the same hook done 2 different ways.
Yeah.
We'll see how Absolute solves it and how Batman solves it. And it just why did I bring that up?
The city character.
The city's character. The city's right, but like it there's a guy who's going to take a plane ride somewhere in my story, and I was like, I don't know, Singapore or Thailand, and like, no, wait, it's DC. They've made places up. Like, I would just as soon never write a real city name. Like DC has all these fictional cities like that. Those are characters. Invest in those characters. Make those places real, right? It was just a silly thing of like, oh, right. Don't, I get, don't go to Singapore, go to Oolong Island, right? Let's just do different stuff. And then you're not hemmed in by the reality.
By having to use the characteristics of that city because it's
right. I can just make it up and do whatever.
Yeah. And then speaking of Scott, and the baby punt in Mad was fucking hilarious. The Snyder and Harron doing an absolute Batman thing. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah. No, that turned out very good. That's one of my favorite pieces in there for sure.
And then, Chip, you've got one more thing coming out that was just announced.
Jesus, chum.
The 18 issue collection of Zdarsky Comic News.
That's what it's called. Oh, I think I got that wrong, chum. I'm sorry.
Throughout the whole thing, Matt's because Matt did the foreword and the afterword, but also the midword. He kept calling it ZCN. I'm just like, or ZSN. I'm just like, no.
Yeah, I kept changing it. I was changing it every time. Yeah.
Like Zdarsky Store News. Zdarsky Shop News. We're collecting it because no one demanded it. I
wanted more.
A fool's errand that will be once again costly for me to produce. Because even just to hit the minimum amount ordered so I don't lose money is going to be hard. I think on the thing that was originally given away for free. But it's because I want it in a collection. I want a thing that I can put on my shelf so I don't have all these like loose issues hanging around. But no, it's fun to see it all kind of collected, and again, Matt contributed some beautiful words for this edition.
It is genuinely, I mean, it's Mad, right? It's the same energy of like, I have often joked that my last words are going to be, "Oh, hey, watch." But that idea of, and it was you and I did this all the time of like, oh, it would be dumb. It's a terrible idea, and then doing it.
Yeah.
And this is that. I think you put it's like on the cover, like 18 months of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah, that's the full title of it. Zdarsky Comic News, 18 months of my life I can't get back.
Yeah. Here's just that idea of like not just doing it, but doing it the most.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Is it
super fun?
Did you hear that? Did you hear me turn into Crypt Keeper? I turned 50 and now I'm fighting off Crypt Keeper disease.
There you go.
Is that John Cassier? Is it
Chop News? It's not the name either.
Good
is
job,
it being
Tom.
reprinted page for page? Does that mean my ad gets reprinted?
Nope, cut the ads. I ain't giving you free ad space twice. Just cut yours.
But it does come with 32 blank pages at the end where you can insert your own ads.
Well, it became a thing of just like it does become a lot bigger of a collection because there's so many like full page ads, but it also felt weird to pull the full page ads out and leave all the other ones in. So so there's a fair amount. It was like a week of just kind of rearranging things to make sure it all fit. I created a little bit of new content here and there just to like fill some gaps. So it's all worked. But yeah, sorry.
And Chum, what's Stegman's deal?
He is the most frustrating person I've ever met. Like he's like, there's something just off about him. Do you know?
I know him a little bit, but there's just something dead behind the eyes. It's just
that's it.
It's like looking into a doll's eyes, a shark's eyes,
Yeah, like online when you're dealing with him or by email or text, you're like, oh, God, you're just kind of stupid and gross. But then when you see him in real life, you're like, oh, you're stupid and gross and dead inside. Like it's all of it, right? And that's weird.
Right. Or like weird. He's either so sociopathic or that he might actually be extraterrestrial and is like, this is what I think people are.
Yeah.
That weird walk he does, that weird walk, his sort of weird.
Well, also,
he's piloting a vehicle he's never driven before.
This is what I think people are. Also explains his drawings. Like, come on. Yeah. But I don't know. No, weird guy. One of my best friends.
Mystery. It's just going to be one of those mysteries, right?
Yeah. Marvel's problem.
Yeah. Wait, Chum, you're at Marvel now.
Yeah, no, I know. Right. So he's my problem.
He's your problem. Yeah, you're the architect. Are you just going to put him on like Darkhawk and Sleepwalker and shit like that?
No, I want to do those books. I got a Sleepwalker pitch. I don't want it fucked up with Stegman on it.
Sleepwalker, finally. Sandman done right.
Yeah. Sandman.
That's right.
Superhero.
And a purple and blue, because purple was in, like, nobody was purple back
unattractive.
Then.
That was the someone referred to it at Marvel as that back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepwalker.
That's how it was pitched.
And they were right.
That's true. Typically, I don't ask kind of like those fan fiction, like what would you do if you had Wolverine's powers questions. But, I figured since it's my 100th episode and you guys are the team behind Sex Criminals, we can frame this two ways. What would Chip and Matt do if when they came they could stop time? Or since you're both writing big flagship characters, what would Captain America do if when he came he stopped time? And what would Batman do if when he came he stopped time?
I mean, that's actually, a lot of people don't realize that, but like Captain America's giant fetish is freezing cold water. So he actually didn't cryogenically freeze. He came and stopped time for himself and then came out of his time stop stupor in modern day.
Yeah. And so in the quiet, he just hung out and did nothing.
Yeah, it just stopped for him.
Yeah.
And Batman has never experienced orgasm.
No.
All right. No. Well, that's
he ejaculates, but
there's no pleasure.
It's like a cloud of dust. It's like baby. Like when you open a thing of baby powder and like a little. It's like he ejaculates like a, like dry oats.
Yeah, he's not allowed pleasure. That's the thing. So it's like
right. It doesn't. It's no more or less a pleasure than any other function of his body.
Yeah. He does it because medically he feels like he needs to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we can
What
fight
about the
crime.
rest of the Bat family? I think that's a little. Some of those are
Half of
kids
them are
forget a
children.
weekend.
What's
It's-
wrong with
yeah.
you? Sick. Sick.
Yep, that's me. Well, look, I appreciate both of you. Thank you so much for being the 100th episode guest, and also thank you for just
My pleasure.
creating all of the stuff you've created for everybody to enjoy for the last bunch of decades.
You know what? If I could stop time when I came, I would move everything in Chip's office and studio around just enough to freak him out.
I wouldn't notice.
And
What a waste
then
what a waste of your power.
and I'd be like,
You'd
and
replace
I
his
wouldn't even be able to see it or know. I would just it'd be dumb.
you would
Be dumb.
replace his Akira set with like a set of Bibles and stuff like
1
that.
second.
Oh, it's here it comes. Get ready.
Uh-oh.
Get ready. Do you have any of the inspirational messages left? Oh, I broke my arm.
Your hand snapped clear off, so you're screaming in pain now, which actually really works.
Oh, will you want to send it? Do you want to send it to me, and I can like make it like blood spurt and like give it like bone stumps?
I feel like I can manage that here. Your profile looks a lot better than me running as the Flash. That's for sure.
That's all right. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know the story behind that. I don't know if anybody should.
I don't either.
What?
I don't know
There's
the story behind this
every
either.
now and again you go to the mall and there's a kiosk that does 3D body printing, and I say, how much of my clothes can I take off? And they say, you're in a mall, and I say, okay. You can see, I think the Starbucks mug is the Starbucks mug down there.
Yeah.
I literally had a Starbucks mug.
It's a Christmas mug.
Yeah, so it's Christmas, and I go, all right, well, and I had my notebook, and I sat my thing down, and I made, it even has the tattoo on the back of my neck.
Yeah, the non-compliant tattoo.
Oh, that's amazing.
I pulled my shirt up as much as they would let me, and held my notebook up, and the camera spins around you and 3D scans you, and then they send you a 3D resin print of yourself, and it looks really strange and really weird.
It is. I love that.
And yet also breathtakingly accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of malls, rest in peace, Lloyd Center Mall.
And then I wrote a bunch of inspirational messages for Chip that he could stick on stickers. So he's like, "You're handsome." I'm like, "I believe in you, chum." How did it break?
Yeah, very nice. I forget. I don't know.
Kind of up there on the shelf. What sort of horny hubbub was happening?
Tomfoolery. Well, the giant, this black box up there is we received a mystery Amazon packages, and we contacted Amazon, and they're like it was addressed to someone weird too. Like, it's like weird, like, and the name didn't even make sense. Didn't feel like real letters. And so we talked to Amazon, and they're just like, we have no record. We don't know. You can throw it away or open it. It's whatever's inside is yours. And we're like, what? Okay. So it was exciting. It was like Christmas, and we opened up one, and it was like a bunch of AA batteries and like a masturbation sleeve. And then the next one was just this, which is just a giant dildo, and I don't know what to do with it. I mean, I know what to do with a dildo, but like I can't give it away. Throwing it out feels weird. It's just
you sign it and you give it away on your.
Does it have a suction cup base? You could throw it at cars. So, but someone clearly
it's a black box that doesn't indicate what it is.
Yeah, nothing indicates that it's a dildo, right?
I mean, I think it's.
But it's like you can blur this out or whatever later. But
I don't need to. It's a dildo.
I mean, it's not small. It's not
That's
small.
That is a
it sticks down to my desk now.
So. Yeah, I was gonna say you can lob it at cars.
No, I didn't realize that. Until just now.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you hold that up one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to make this weird. Does everybody's have bumps like that?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no, really?
Yeah.
I gotta go see a guy.
Yeah, I think I gotta go see the same.
What? Yeah, have you ever seen like teenagers? Apparently, you have to throw dildos out because they expire.
I mean, I guess so.
Like the protests in Minnesota, like somebody got a bunch of, and like they would whip dildos at ice cars,
That's right.
and get them stuck. If you can get the suction cup base on a car windshield as it passes by.
Oh, really?
I think we just found Chip's new stress toy.
Well, hey, how wide are my legs spread on the guy? Could I like ride it like Falcor? Could you put it between my legs?
It won't fit, chum.
Well, it's not the first time I heard that.
Won't fit. Yeah,
From
sorry.
him?
Sorry.
I'll work on it, chum. I'm going to work on my extensions. I'm going to work on being accommodating.
Yeah. Anyways, it's lovely, but I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, maybe stick it. Could you stick it to the bottom and dual wield it like your Darth Maul?
Da, 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 da.
There you go.
Yeah, that works.
I'm so glad that neither of you have social media accounts, because when I use this as the clip for the podcast, neither of you will really understand. Like,
but someone clearly knew it was you. Like somebody was clearly sending you a dildo.
No, because there was a third package too, like, with stuff that just didn't make any sense at all. Like it's just like,
tell us what it was, because we might be able to make sense.
I forget what it was, but it was like, but like none of it made any sense.
AAA batteries, dildo, twine.
Masturbation.
I just didn't want to go out, right?
KY, type of lubricant.
And my blanket never showed up, right? My drop ship. I think it was one of those. I sent you a present once, and I think it was like drop ship, a Temu kind of crap, and I think it was maybe on the boat that got stuck because like there was a whole bunch of stuff that just people ordered that never arrived. But it was like an airbrush painting of the 3 Spider-Mans on the Statue of Liberty. It was a great big throw blanket. That's so unfortunate.
Did not show up.
You guys want to talk about anything else? Because now we have the perfect setup for this podcast. Are we going to do masks?
One more sec.
Yeah, you give me a sec too. Let's see. Oh. All right, so we're talking about Batman and dildos. What is that mask?
This is the original mask that I used for sex criminals for the Cum Monster.
Yeah, it's Dewey's.
Dewey's.
And that'll do it for season 5 of the podcast. Gonna end it at a nice clean 100, take a break, book some guests, bank some interviews, and come back bigger, faster, stronger, harder. I don't know, whatever, harder. So before we get going, I just want to say thank you to the entire audience for being here. Whether you've watched 1, 2, 10, or all of the episodes since I started, I really did not think that I would get to 100 in just a little over 2 years, which is kind of nuts. Mix this with the other channel, and it's kind of a nonstop disco. Disco. Just take that out. I'm eternally grateful and thankful to everybody who's taken part of this, from the guests to the audience to the people that have helped out, editing, as well as helping to write all of the synopsises. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Dan, and Joe, and Phil, my co-editor, co-producer, co-human being person of the year. And for you, my audience, if you can just, do the thing I ask. Hit the like button, drop a comment, review or rate it on one of the other podcast platforms, subscribe, share it with a friend, share it with a community, share it in your Discord, share it in your AA group, whatever it is. I'm for everyone. But yes, I will be coming back in a few weeks, maybe about a month, with some fresh new episodes. So thank you for being here. This is Dave signing off, and I'll see you soon.